on my mic to a very, 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 very decent setting, enough that I feel as though would give you guys tingles. Okay. Sorry about that. It was hurting my posture, but let me know in the comments if you prefer this setting, and this setting is better than what I had before. 9 out of 10, I think it is, because I kind of tested it out a little bit. So that was just that, and without further ado, let's just get started. So I have my other cellular device here. Where we're going to be looking at the phobias, okay? I have a very difficult time pronouncing some of these phobias, so I am not going to pronounce the phobia. I'm just going to give you guys the definition behind the phobia. I will edit this video and leave the name of the phobia up here. So every time every time I give the definition, then you guys can look into it with the name of the phobia at the top. So and I'm just gonna give you guys, the regular apology every time in the beginning of the video is I truly apologize for any inconvenient or unexpected background noise that you hear throughout this video. Okay, let's get started finally. So the first phobia that we're going to look up right now is this phobia, and it's the fear of darkness. 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 So I don't know if anybody, as one of my subscribers or a new subscriber of mine, if you have a fear of darkness, this is your phobia. But I have a fear of darkness to an extent. I don't like woods at all at nighttime. I don't even like woods in the daytime, but darkness at nighttime in the woods, not a story. I don't like just darkness, like random streets and stuff like that, but I can sleep in the dark in my own home. I can, if I'm very familiar with the environment, I can sleep in the dark without any TV or anything like that. But anyway, if you have a fear of darkness, let me know in the comment down below. The next phobia is going to be this phobia right here. I almost forgot to let you guys know the name, but it's this phobia right here, and it's the fear of heights. 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 I am scared of heights, guys. If you have a fear of heights, this is more self-explanatory. I'm not scared of flying. Well, I am scared of flying. I've been on a plane before, so I've kind of like conquered that fear. But I get on roller coasters, but I am scared of heights. So I don't believe I have a phobia unless you actually challenge your phobia. That's pretty much like the only time you have a phobia. So I gotta look more into it, but I believe that if you have a phobia of something, that's literally something that you will never even attempt to conquer as a fear. Like if you're scared of the dark, you wouldn't do anything pertaining to the dark. If you have a fear of heights, you won't do anything that will not have you grounded. So phobias are something that some people don't challenge, or they try to attempt to challenge it, but it's not as easily convinced to do it. So I don't believe I have a phobia of heights because I have challenged my phobia of heights and darkness. But if you do have a phobia of heights and the phobia of darkness, those are normal phobias, and never bungee jump. I will zip line. Don't get me wrong, I will zip line. But those are a little extreme. Those are a little extreme. I don't know why it keeps like a little moist right there, but those things are just a little bit too extreme for me. I will go in a plane. I will zip line anywhere. It don't matter what kind of zip line it is, but you will not catch me bungee jumping or skydiving. I will indoor skydive. I will not jump out of anybody's plane at all, strapped to nothing. So if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. But you won't catch me doing it at all. But without further ado, let me know if you guys have a fear of flying. The next trigger phobia is this phobia here. This phobia is the fear of pain. Fear of pain. Fear of pain. Fear of pain. I have a high pain tolerance, guys. I have piercings, I have tattoos. I don't like getting my blood withdrawn, but I can get an injection. So like I said, phobias are something you don't challenge. I can bear those things. I just don't prefer those things. So let me know if you have a fear of pain, fear of pain, fear of pain, fear of pain, fear of pain. This next phobia is fear of open spaces or crowds. Fear of open spaces or crowds. This phobia is a little interesting because it's like a little contradicting, because you're one, scared of open spaces, and crowds are not open spaces. So what if you're in a open space full of crowded people? I would like to see somebody react to that, but I don't think it's a win-win, because it's like you don't like it when there's a lot of people there, but if there's not a lot of people there, you still freak out. This one's a little odd for me, but it is what it is. There's people that really do have these phobias, but I will really be interested in actually seeing somebody react to an open space or crowded area. So yeah, I'm gonna look more into that one. The next phobia is going to be fear of needles or pointed objects. Fear of needles or pointed objects. Fear of needles or pointed objects. Let me know if you have this trigger. I've already explained some of my do's and don'ts in wills and won'ts, so we all know I have no fear of needles and or pointed objects. I like V5 pins, so those are very they're very fine pins, so their ballpoint on it looks sharp. And mind you, I have 0.3 pins. If you didn't know, I'm a very pin fanatic. I'm going to show you really quick as a disclaimer what I mean. This, I don't know if you can see it. That's a very fine point. It's a very thin line. As a pen, I really like fine pens. I have a very specific type of pens that I prefer. This is not sponsored, and it's a little disclaimer, but it is the brand Pilot. If you guys can see, it is Pilot pens that I do prefer. I'm a mild fan of the Gelosity, but I just figured out on Amazon that they have a very unique collection of the pens that I do have, and they come in different variety of colors. I'm ranting. Let's get back to the video. The next phobia is going to be fear of riding in a car. I do not know how you guys get around in transportation, but if you do have fear of getting in a car, I feel like a car, personally, per se, in my opinion, is safer than a is safer than getting on the bus or the train, because a lot of unexpected events have been happening on public transportation. But if you have a fear of riding in a car, everybody has their moments, you know. The next phobia. This phobia is really interesting. This phobia is really, really interesting. I wonder. I'm gonna let you guys know what the phobia is first and then give you guys my opinion. It is fear of men. It is fear of men. This phobia is fear of men. I wonder if you are a man and you have this phobia, are you scared of yourself? I'm going to look more into this phobia to see like what's so deep in depth about this phobia, because it can't just be fear of men. It has to be something pertaining to the male species on why they're scared or fear this. I mean, specifically men in general. So I'm going to look more into that one before I give my opinion. I will probably do it in the next video if you guys enjoy these kind of videos. The next phobia is fear of choking. I don't know the other word that's in front of it. I guess this phobia is pretty self-explanatory. I wouldn't want to choke either, but anyway, the next phobia would be this phobia here. It's fear of flowers. Okay, so this phobia, out of all the ones that we have disclosed so far, is the most listen, who am I to judge, but it's just like orchid, sunflower, like those, like flowers, like you're a flower, like literally, like you're a walking flower. You absorb the sun, you know, drink water, you're a plant, literally. You just don't eat and photosynthesis. You actually have to consume food instead of absorbing your food, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you are a plant. A placenta looks like a tree. It looks like tree roots. Like it's just, I don't know. This one just doesn't. It's not impressive to me. Like, it's just not intriguing, honestly. But I don't, or hope a lot of people don't have fear of flowers, because flowers are a very beautiful thing. So if you do, I truly apologize, but I hope you conquer your fear. The next phobia is fear of people or society. This phobia right here is it's not impressive, but it's not shocking, you know. I know a couple people that's scared of people or scared of society, because society has its ways. So the next phobia is fear of being touched. Yes, I personally don't like being touched. I don't like being bumped. I don't like being rubbed. I don't like being unexpectedly hugged, or like giving a gesture, unless like I initiate it, you know. I'm not really too fond with regular, or like if you're not within my inner circle, like regular physical confrontation. I just don't like, especially in public places. Like, I just don't like people standing behind me, nothing. So the next phobia, oh my gosh, the next phobia, this is a very long worded phobia, and it's the fear of peanut butter. Peanut butter, not peanuts. You are is it gonna do for you besides if you eat it? I have to look into this one because this is one of those, like the fear of men one. Like, it gotta be a little bit more than just that. So I'm gonna look into this one. This one is a normal fear. This is regular for people. Fear of spiders. So I'm just not gonna go too deep in that with that one. This one's common. This is common. This fear, phobia here is fear of numbers. Fear of numbers. Fear of numbers. Fear of numbers. See, like I said, I don't have a phobia of things because I deal with money. I deal with numbers all the time. So if you have a fear of numbers or fear of spiders, let me know in the comments. I cannot stare at numbers for too long. Like, it'll be a situation like if I'm staring at numbers too long, it'll start looking like, if you ever watch The Matrix, when they have the grid of numbers keep changing in different sequences, my brain would literally start glitching and I would get stressed out. So I can't look at numbers for a long period of time. I can deal with money for a long period of time, but like if I'm trying to figure out an equation, it's not going to take me long to just give up. So let's that be known that math is not really my strong suit. Anyway, next phobia here is fear of thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. This one is another common phobia. I know a couple people that are afraid of thunder and lightning, but not as a phobia. It's more of just a trigger. Like, some thunders and some lightnings be a little intense. Some of them be a little intense. Especially the ones that come as and like mild, and it's just a big striking boom. Those thunders get me off guard. But watching lightning is very interesting for me. So I like watching like it scatter across the sky. It's just really nice to watch. This phobia is fear of disorder or untidiness. I felt triggered. But I really enjoyed this one. I actually like this one a lot. If you have this phobia, let's be friends. Because there's nothing wrong with, I can be a little disorganized sometimes, but I prefer not to be. But disorder and untidiness, we can for sure be friends, because I'd rather have someone that prefers, I'd rather not have someone around me that rather just have everything unorganized and dirty or unclean than to, it's just fine having somebody around you that is organized and have everything planned out, but to the T can be a little bit unsettling sometimes. But because you certain days you can be like, all right, let's just wing it, but they're gonna be like, no, we gotta stick to the status quo. Like, I'm not doing nothing unless we make a list. I'm not going to the store unless I budgeted out to the last penny on what I'm going to spend. I am not getting Auntie Annie's because it was not on the schedule. Do not ask me to go anywhere if it's not on the agenda. Those are those type of people. Like, you have to really put it on their agenda or they're not gonna do it. And there's no way, if they have a phobia, there's no way you're going to convince them to change their module. I'm telling you, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to change them, period. Okay, the next fear is just a phobia. The next phobia. It's just like the other one. Fear of imperfection. I really like these two, and also the next meeting an individual who has fear of disorder and untidiness, fear of imperfection, and fear of failure at one time. That's a very dangerous human being. Like, that's a phobia though. Like, that's not like, it's not just something that they have anxiety for, because anxiety just comes, some people cope with their anxiety, you know, but like having an actual phobia of these things, the where you would probably need like very intense therapy, or you need to have like a psychiatrist, nurse practitioner, and like a physician, and a regular therapist, and medications, and like it's a lot to go with it. It gets intense with people depending on the stage of the phobia, but like still, like, imagine just meeting one person with all three of these phobias. It's gonna be like dangerous. You cannot, they probably won't even befriend you because it's not on their agenda, like. But that's a dangerous human being. That's a very dangerous human being. Fear of disorder, fear of untidiness, fear of imperfection, and fear of failure. Fear of failure, all at one time. It's crazy, but I would like to be around them, at least just to watch their lifestyle. I just want to watch from just, can I be your shadow for a day? Like, I just wanted to see how they maneuver, because it would be very interesting to watch. Like, just imagine going to their house. One, it's not dirty, like you can't touch nothing. You have very strict rules and regulations in order to even step foot in their house, because they're like, disinfect. I just want to encounter this. If you have any of these phobias, comment down below, please. It's a safe space here. It's a very safe space here. But the next phobia, last but not least, this phobia is fear of human-like figures. Oh my goodness, mannequins, dolls, like human-like figures. Anything that pertains into a human-like figure that's not a human, they are freaked out by it. Like skeleton diagrams, I would assume. Like, I actually want to look into this one. But that's very interesting. I never actually thought that this would be a phobia, but you never know. But this one is fear of human-like figures. Human-like figures. Okay, last trigger phobia. Last phobia for you guys is fear of being alone. Fear of being alone. This is autophobia. This is the only well, androphobia, but this is the only phobia on this A list that I attempted to pronounce, because it's the only one that looks self-explanatory. Everything else, let's be for real. I was not going to attempt to dissect that word and mess it up anyway, like brain fog. But yeah, that is literally all I have for you guys. If you have any fear of being alone, I am Tay. Nice to meet you. You are not alone here. But that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. If you do like this video, please hit that like button and comment down below. That would mean so much to me if you guys use that comment section and let me know that you would like to see part 2. Part 2 would consist of B and C phobias, and so on and so forth, because if you guys really like these videos, I would just make A through Z, because I enjoyed this as much as you guys enjoyed it, if you did enjoy it. But that is all I have for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to be a part of my ASMR family. And hit that notification bell to be notified every time you would like to see